Hi students, today we'll discuss how to write an assembly language program by interfacing 8255 with 8086 microprocessor by using your BSR mode. So in last video we have been discussed with IO mode and today we'll discuss BSR mode. So BSR mode is applicable only for your port C line. So any port C can be set or reset individually without affecting your other line in your BSR mode. So it will be a 8-bit register from D0 to D7. So D7 will represent whether it is a BSR mode or IO mode. If D7 is 0 na BSR mode, 1 na IO mode. Next D6, D5 and D4 will be a don't care. D0 will represent whether you are going to set or reset the port C bit individually. So when your D0 is 1 na, it will be set, 0 na, it will be reset. And your D1, D2, D3, it will be a 3-bit, so we will get 8 different combinations. So this 8 different combination going to tell you whether your port C are going to set or reset. So if you find out which port you have to set, you have to allocate those values in your D1, D2 and D3. So these are the 8 different combinations. So let us consider your BSR mode will going to act only in your port C. And first thing you have to initialize your 8255. So to initialize the 8255, I will choose my input and output mode. So let's consider all the 3 ports, port A, port B and port C will act as the output, and both the group A and B will operate in mode 0. So first you have to going to initialize, okay, first initialize your 8255. To initialize the 8255, you have to operate in IO mode first. Okay, so if it is IO mode, your D7 will represent 1. If it is 1, it will be a IO mode. Next, D6 and D5 will represent the mode selection for group A. So it will be operated in mode 0, so it is 0, 0. And D4, whether your port A will act as the input and output, now it will act as the output, so it will be 0. Input na 1. D3, port C upper will act as the output. D2, group B mode selection, it is mode 0, 0. D1 na port B will act as the output 0. D0, port C lower will act as the output 0. So the value will be 1 0 0 8 0 0 0 0. So the control word value will be 80. So this 80 had to load it in your control word register. So the address of this control word register is C6. Okay. So after initializing now I need to set the particular port C bit. Okay. So today I am going to set the port C. I am going to set your port C 3rd bit. Okay. PC3 I need to set. To set that, first you have to initialize your BSR mode. Okay. So your D7 will represent 0. Your D7 it should represent 0. So it will tell you it is a BSR mode. So D6, D5 and D4 it will be 0. So D0 will tell you have to set or reset. I am going to write the program to set the particular bit in your port C. So I will give it as 1. So 1 I am going to set the particular port C bit. Next, which bit have been chosen? PC3. So for PC3 your value will be, for PC3 what is the value I should give? 0 1 1. So load this 0 1 1 in D3, D2 and D1. 0 1 1 will represent, it is going to set your port C 3rd bit. Okay, so you have to find out what will be the corresponding hexadecimal value. So 0 0 0 0 0 0 1 1 7. So 0 7, if I am giving 0 7, what happened in your port C, your 3rd bit will be set. So now we will write the program for this. So first you have to initialize, first thing you have to initialize the 8255. So to initialize the 8255, we have find out the value as 80. So load the 80 in your accumulator. From the accumulator, you have to give it to my control word register. So control word register, the address will be C6. So this C6 we have been find out from your usual manual of your 8255. So those value that 80 will be moved to my control word register. Next, I need to set my port C. I need to set the particular port C. So which port I am going to set? Bit 3. So this bit 3 we have been calculated value 07. So move the value to my AL register. So from the AL register, move those value to my control word register. So control word register now my address will be C6. So after moving, then terminate your program HLT. So first initialize 8255 by using your IO mode. Then initialize your port C particular bit. So we have been chosen your port 3. So after finding the value, load it in your control word register and terminate your program. So now we will execute. Before executing, I'll show the kit of your 8255. So I told you this is your port C. So we have totally 8 bit now. Here your 5 bit will be considered as a LED output. Okay. So this is your L13. So L13, L11, 12, 11, 10 and 9. So this corresponding LED will act as for your port C0, 1, 3, 5 and 7. Okay, that is your port C2, 4 and 6. 6 will act as an interrupt. Okay, in 0, 1 and 2. Okay, so I told you we are going to set the port C third bit. Okay, so this L11 LED should be on. Okay, we gave the value 07 now. We are going to set the port C3 third bit. So this L7 should be on condition. So now we will type the program. Enter. Starting address 1000. Move AL, 80. Initialize your 8255. So this value 80 should be moved to my control word register. So out C6, address of your control word register is C6, AL. So AL hold the value of 80 to initialize your 8255. And third thing, you have to load your which port you have to set. So move AL, 07. Okay, so 07 to set your port C third bit. Then move the value to your control word register out C6, AL. Terminate your program. HLT. Press reset. So execute, go, space 1000. So after executing, you can able to find that your L11. So I told you your L11 will going to set your port C third bit. So now your L11 will be in on condition. Okay, so the same thing we can try. You can set the particular port C bit based on your control word register. Example, I'll show you. Now I'm going to set my port C5. I should set my port C5. So what happens? You have to initialize your BSR mode. So your D7 will be 0 and 6, 5, 4 will be also 0, and D0 you are going to set the port C particular bit. It will be 1. I told you I'm going to set now PC5. So you have to find out what is your PC5 value. So your PC5 value will be 101. So this 101 load it in your D3, D2 and D1. So 101, this particular value will set your port C fifth pin. Okay, so now find out what is the value. So value will be 0, 1, 0, 1, 1 now it will be 12. 12 now it will be B. Okay, 0B. So 0B instead of 07 I should load it as 0B. So the third line, move AL, 07. Instead of this 0, you have to load the value as 0B to set the port C 5th bit. Okay, so now we will type the program. No need to type this program, full program in your kit. We can change only this particular line. I'll tell you how to change that. Okay, so A, enter. Okay, A, enter. It will ask the starting address. So here you should not give the starting address as 1000. Instead of that, which line you have to edit? So you have to edit your third line. So give this third line address. So my third line address will be 1005. So give it 1005. Enter. Then type the instruction move AL, 0B. 0B. Enter, double enter and press reset. So whether those values have been replaced or not, you have to find out now. Press U, enter, starting address 1000, double enter. So you can see the program, first line, second line, third. So 0 have been replaced by 0B. Next. So now execute your program. Goes space 1000, enter. So now you can find out your L10 have been set. Okay, I told you I am going to set your PC5. So PC5 L10 should be, it will be in set night, will be that LED should be on condition. So you can find out your L10 have been on. The same thing you can set the port 0, port 1 and port 7 also, except your 2, 4 and 6. All the remaining port you can able to set or reset by using your 8255. Thank you.